A number of promotions today sees the fire service in Tobago with more senior officers than it did in the past. The head of the fire service, Roosevelt Bruce, says he's hopeful a second chief fire officer will come from Tobago soon. The instruments of appointment were handed over to the officers at a ceremony held at the MIC building, Canaan, Tobago. Patricia Nicholson was there and has the story.
23 firefighters have been promoted to the rank of fire sub-officers in the Tobago Division. In addition, Assistant Divisional Fire Officer David Thomas has moved up to Divisional Fire Officer, a position previously held by CYRIL Yates, who's now climbed to Assistant Fire Officer. Mr. Yates told the newly appointed fire sub-officers that previously they were testing the waters, but were not at the stage to perform certain duties. He told them they've now earned the right to operate at a more senior role in the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service and hoped they would maintain or even lift the standard of the division.
I have been in charge of the Tobago Division for the past 4 years plus with minor breaks, and we have not had any major disciplinary problems. We have our challenges, but there is no challenge that cannot be overcome if we continue to communicate and continue to meet with each other.
Chief Fire Officer Roosevelt Bruce, after congratulating the newly appointed fire sub-officers, said Tobago now has more senior officers than they did in the past.
Divisional Fire Officer and at least 2 Assistant Divisional Fire Officers came from Trinidad because we didn't have it in Tobago. Right now in Tobago we have an Assistant Chief and 3 Divisional Fire Officers when the organization only asks for 1. Yes. So now Trinidad is looking to Tobago for leaders.
And Divisional Fire Officer David Thomas said this was the first time so many officers were being promoted at any one given time in Tobago. He said the fire service once had a chief fire officer coming out of Tobago, and he was optimistic history could repeat itself.
And I'm looking down the audience here, and I believe that we can very well repeat that in the not too distant future. So I encourage you today. History is supposed to inform us and prepare us and teach us. Allow the history of the Tobago Division to do that for you and strive for excellence. Remember, this is a noble organization.
He too called on the fire sub-officers to maintain the excellent image of the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Services Tobago Division. The promotions in Tobago come a day after 241 officers in Trinidad were also promoted. I'm Patricia Nicholson for C News.